would have been nice if we had talked about it a month or two
Right.
ago, but it's not too late yet.
I would tell you, the quick thought there was we would maybe start that with the winter one.
Okay.
This one's a little short. That's a good, I like that idea. That's a good thought.
It's too short.
Yeah.
I don't need to run it to the beach.
Yeah, okay. Well, I think it helps you with some of your questions that you were putting out there, and, any way we can help you with that kind of publicity, I think it's a good idea.
It sure wouldn't hurt anything.
Yeah, good. Well, we'll keep that in mind. Maybe you
Send an
could,
invite out to them for the next time we send out, especially when articles, make sure that all three get that.
then you could follow back with Lisa and work, if there's different ideas out there.
Yep.
That's fine too, but, I think we can surely find a page for you and your helping you out. So, okay. That's all I have.
Public comment.
To go along with that, we are covered by Adamstown Fire Company, and there's never any mention that I ever see in any of the newsletters about them. They need volunteers also.
They do.
Well, there's the challenge, Jeff, there's the challenge. Actually, our resident's correct. We currently have, I believe it's 7 fire companies running first due within East, 8 fire companies run, sorry, Chief,
6.
we're down to 6? 6 fire companies running first due within East Cocalico. So do you open that idea up to all 6 companies? Because that's running first due.
Yeah, I hear you. I guess, and Chad might want to comment on this too. One of the comments I saw in the synopsis here was that, the companies outside of our community kind of want us to figure our situations out before we involve them in too many different things. So if we go with that train of thought that we've been told by several of them, maybe we should keep it in-house here a little bit. It's just my response, I guess. So, I'm sure Adamstown supports their company quite well, as, Reinhold's does in West Cocalico, and, I think we got to look after our guys first, and then,
I don't have any problem with that, but they do cover
Yeah, they
still,
do.
and they do cover the development beyond that.
They do.
That still needs the calico.
they do. They do. So
And they back up a lot
what
of
would your
other areas.
suggestion be then?
Why not, like I asked before, why don't you include them?
Well, include them how? They were in these working group meetings already.
Yeah,
They're
no, I
commenting
mean, include them in whatever you're suggesting now, about putting in the
in our
newsletter.
newsletter.
What's the harm?
I guess I'll weigh in on that a little bit. It kind of, in the fire service, it kind of falls on which fire companies' stakes are put down in the township and who supports them. Adamstown would be in Adamstown Borough, so Adamstown Borough would promote them, even though Reevestown or Reinhold or Smokestown would win Adamstown and help them, just like Adamstown repercussions back east. So, in Stephen's case, we run 3 different municipalities, but we are only carried and promoted by east. We have just as much in west and a little bit of effort, and we don't work in that municipality in any way, shape, or form, or get promoted by that township.
Chief, is that first due?
Correct. Stevens has three different municipalities that are responsible for in that town. The line road is literally a line and an effort cuts up across the top there. But wherever your stakes are down for your fire department, it is the municipality that carries your workers' comp, pays your bills, gives your donations, promotes, and does all that for you, the department. So in fairness to what RC is trying to say, and guys up there, yes, Adamstown does come in the east, and we do want to promote them because we do need their services, but to highlight them would not be unfair to not do that, if that makes sense.
Well, I guess people don't even realize that our ambulances can come from 5 Pointville.
And there's a lot of education needs to
Yeah,
happen in the
a lot.
emergency services,
There's
yes.
a lot of education, period.
On
You see
all
how many
sides.
people are here from
some of the things that we're trying to get through in this working group and get some of that things out there, but yeah. But yeah, it would not be unheard of not to include that, but we try to do a catch-all, and maybe the board will do that in the newsletter, support all your local fire
That'd be
departments.
good.
Because there is a lot that pertain to each of the communities here in the California.
You know, just to follow up, let's walk with the idea and reevaluate as we go, and if we want to include other municipalities, we can. I think Chad explained it pretty well.
Public comment.
Brian Wise, my wife and I just want to publicly thank, Reevestown, Smokestown, Tony, just with 2 weeks ago, Friday night, when a massive tree came down and crashed into our house. So it's just one of those things. Everybody was safe. They just went up and above. I mean, I couldn't have asked for anything more. So again, thank you guys and all the effort. And so I appreciate it.
To Brian, a comment was made while we were out on site at his particular house. Now, keep in mind, we've had 4 houses in our township hit by trees in the last year. And all 4 of those are up on Hill Road. But anyway, a comment was made, but one of the firefighters was saying, he was talking with some firefighters out of the area, and they were talking about what they do and all that. And the other firefighters from out in the area said, boy, we don't do that. Meaning, buttoning up the house, getting it safe so people could stay in at night, doing all this work. These guys were out there till 8 o'clock that night at Brian Wise's house, okay? The comment that Smokestown Chief made to him, he says, well, we do things differently here, we take care of our own. And I think that's a great sentiment. We don't see that anywhere else that I'm aware of. And I've been out on site with these guys on several issues, and they need to be doing it.
Definitely.
You know, they're all neighbors, they're all friends, and that's why we're here. You know, but I just wanted to make it part of the record. Thank you. It's all you guys.
All right.
Barry, and some of it was, we gotta thank Scott and his work crew, because they did a lot of help for us. You know, and like on Brian's house and stuff, Scott kind of took charge. Because he knew with the building and stuff, and he even said, because we went and got plywood for him, and he goes, you know what, I don't know if we're going to use it. He said, I bit off more I can chew. When he went up there and saw how much damage it was to that roof and stuff, and then one of Scott's guys said, hey, we've got the plywood, we'll do the best we can. We've got tarps, and they tarped it and plywooded it.
Yeah, I had and thank goodness to A.B. Martin. I mean, they physically opened the building up that evening after the truck went to get the materials. But I had the restoration people up in my attic, and they just, I mean, they do that for a living, and they were just in awe. And they said, like, who did this? I mean, you almost like you don't want to put shingles on, but we had a blue Chinese tarp for a little bit. Kept the water out. But again, comments, up and above, and just, we're so thankful.
It was a lot of work, and a lot of guys that spent a lot of hours there.
5 hours we were there.
How many hours did it take just to cut the tree off the house?
Well, we got out there about 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
Because the crane was there at least at 10 yet, so once they got there, so.
So a lot of
Well, we were selling firewood in the attic, so if that tells you anything.
Anyway, I'm proud to be associated with these guys, they help the job.
Doug.
I just have a couple questions for the supervisors on the new hire. I understand that the new roadmaster, I guess that's his title. Is that correct?
Roadmaster / Public Works Director.
I'm sorry?
Public Works Director.
Public Works Director. How does that fit in? Public Works?
Well, Public Works is roads, everything.
Water,
Signs.
water, sewer?
No.
It is. It's
Stormwater.
It's water and sewer too.
Well,
Well, no, don't,
Well, the ECPA has the water and sewer part of it.
So he's not a public works director.
Well,
He's still a highway
yeah, it's
department.
stormwater and roads and,
So you,
okay.
okay, well, you know, I'm just, you're glorifying the position. It's not what it is. You look at what
It's
you
more
see,
than
you
roads,
don't
it's
know
more
yet.
than roads though,
I understand that.
so.
Public Works, it tells you it's roads, it's infrastructure, it's parks, it's beaches, it's electric grids, it's water, it's sewer. There's a big, long definition of work anyhow. So he was hired at $30 an hour, is that correct?
Right.
I'm a little confused here. Okay. So we've already decided that you told me his title isn't road master, he's public works, whatever. Okay. Does he have a CDL license, Class A? Yes or no?
He did.
Not the A.
Okay.
He has the, yeah, he can drive the big trucks. He has to get the Class A's for the trailer.
Right, the trailer, they changed the law.
That's
CDL.
correct. He knows he has to get
We
them.
have two
You can't even drive a pickup truck pulling that trailer.
We have two guys.
We have two guys that have that.
But okay. So we have a department head who isn't qualified for the job yet. How long is he gonna get to qualify? You're paying him $30 an hour and he can't do some of the work. That's my point. How long is he given time frame to get his Class A CDL?
It will be done.
That's not an answer. How long? 30 days, 30 months, 30 years?
We'll let you know when it's done.
Well, I'm asking you now, Jeff, don't go behind the doors. You should have decided this when you hired him. You knew he didn't have it.
We have two guys that do,
I understand that, but he's the head.
and I think the department had run several years with one guy that didn't have one.
He's getting $30 an hour and he can't do the total job. That's my point. How long, is it gonna be 6 months that he's gonna be doing this? I'm not mad at the guy. I'm not mad at him at all. I'm just trying to point out that you hired somebody who isn't qualified to do the total job.
Well, I would argue that I think.
Well, you can argue, it is what it is. If that guy in the corner catches this guy driving a pickup truck with that trailer on the back, he should arrest him, and I know Derek will.
Yeah, I don't expect that to happen.
May I interject? I understand what you're trying to say. I pride myself in the fact that we did extensive search for this position, and I believe we vetted this person very well. He has extensive road knowledge. He is on the younger side, but he is also very eager and willing to learn. He wants to attain all the certifications that are necessary as far as the pesticide one, the chemical one for the pool. You know, he wants to jump in and do all of that. I think this board did an excellent job. You know, like I said, we vetted him very well. And just in the couple weeks that he's been with us, the reports that he's giving me, the daily communication that he's giving me, his thoughts and his ideas, I am very pleased with our choice. So he might not have everything now, but he is well worth the $30 that I'm paying him.
And I'm gonna go back to my original comments. How long does he have to get his Class A CDL license?
He was not given a drop dead date, sir.
So he could just stretch on for
No,
another
we
year?
won't let that stretch on. All I'm saying, he was not giving a drop dead date.
Why?
He will get that. He will get it done.
Why wasn't he given a drop dead date? We used to do that all the time. If you don't come in qualified, you get so long to get qualified or you're out the door.
We'll be following up with that.
Part of the struggle we had with the drop date was, we have another individual on the road crew who doesn't have
I understand
CDL
that.
Class A.
Yeah.
Because of COVID, he's tried to get that scheduled numerous times right
Yeah.
now. He's not been able to get that scheduled. And what I communicated with him and we communicated as a board internally was, I think that was pushed back. I think, if my memory serves me correctly, it was either 2 or 3 times now. And now we pushed it back all the way to the end of the year, just because they're so backed up at PennDOT. Okay. Does not directly answer your question. Okay, I will admit that. but my impression always was, because of the other individual, these should be done in conjunction when I looked at it, and they should be done in conjunction, and should be done by the end of the year, pending PennDOT has their backlog figured out, and they've got that scheduled.
Okay, let me ask just one more question. When he gets his Class CDL, Class A CDL, is there another caveat of money entitled to that? Or is it $30, is he gonna stay at $30 until the next round of raises? Now, you guys have, I know how this works, I know you talk about it, don't all sit up there and look like deer in the headlights.
Well, quite frankly, if they talked about it, I was not privy to that, and I certainly did not make him any, I did not let him know that there would be any kind of bump in salary once he got that. He knew that that was a qualification when we interviewed him, that he would have to get that.
Okay, so when he gets his Class A CDL, if I come in and ask how much he's making, I would expect to hear $30 an hour.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
I'll hold you to that.
There was no, there
I just find.
was no bonus tied to that or
That's
anything.
fine, that's fine, I belabor the point, but I just find it hard to believe that you hire somebody who can't do the total job, that's all I'm gonna say. Thanks.
Any other? Judy?
As a committee woman in Schwartzville, talking to people in the district about their concerns, they have many misunderstandings, like we talked before, about what fire department handles us, what ambulance, all that good stuff. One person thought that you supervisors got paid $55,000 a year. So to resolve that, would you please tell me how much each one of you gets paid a year, how much Penny gets paid, and how much Tony gets paid? Salary, your salary.
What is it?
I don't know what the exact numbers are. If you'd like to do a right to know request for that,
$32.50.
we'll supply that.
$32.50.
Supervisors get
$3,250.
$3,200.
Okay. Penny, you don't know what you get paid?
Oh, I know what I get paid,
Okay.
$105,000 a year.
How much?
$105,000 a year.
Jim, but you have to correct, to be accurate, you have to correct it. I did not take any pay for the first year and a half or 2 years.
Thank you.
Just to correct, I mean, if we're gonna be accurate.
Okay, thank you.
I can get you the exact date when I had to do it, but
And I'll help you out, you, that money is set by the state.
That's correct.
$3,250
Based on the
is
population.
set by the state for a second-class township. And that, they just raised it 2 or 3 years ago, and it hadn't been raised for years before that.
Okay, and Tony's?
and mine is $80,000 a year.
Thank you. It will help because people have these grandiose ideas that you guys are rolling in dough, that you have fantastic benefits and get paid $55,000 a year, which is something I wasn't sure of, but I didn't think it was that much. Thank you.
Okay. Any other public comments? RSVD will be at the township building at 7 p.m.
On September
September 3rd.
3rd.
Your motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Be adjourned. Thank you, everybody.
10.